Hi, this is Dr. Don Saran with Back in Motion Chiropractic again. And today what I want to discuss are the things to do after we've established, gotten the information about the drivers involved in a car accident. This is how you make the decisions and what I would recommend that you do that's going to be the best for you as far as further care and treatment in the future. Alright? Now when you're involved in a car accident, one of the things you need to know is a lot of injuries happen between 4 miles an hour and 12 miles an hour. Okay, significant injuries. The research behind that is astronomical. Okay, there is no research though to show that low property damage does not cause injuries. Don't let anybody fool you. There was a saying that was developed by an insurance company a few years back that it says no crash, no cash. But there's no research to back that up. In fact, if you look at the websites for NHTSA, the National Highway Safety Commission, and other research involved in car accidents, you'll actually find that there's no correlation between the impact or the speed of the collision and how much injury actually happens. There are so many different factors: age, sex, weight, head restraint positions, all those things come into play. Okay? So don't let that idea that there was just a little bit of property damage fool you. Because some bumpers will be destroyed underneath and they'll look perfectly fine on the outside. Alright? So you can be injured and not even know you were until later on. It can be a month later, it can be 6 months later, it can be a year later. You develop headaches and you're just having all these problems, and you don't necessarily always go back and think, oh yeah, that was that accident I was involved in. Okay? And the one thing about accidents is you only get one shot at getting treated for that particular accident. The laws are pretty good about getting you treated. There's PIP and MedPay, and if you don't have either one of those, there's also third party, where if you're not the at-fault party, you get treated and there's a lawsuit or action taken against the at-fault party to get your treatment paid for. There are all kinds of things. Now, the one thing you need to know is that if you're not the at-fault party, you need to make sure that you take care of yourself the best you can, okay? Because like I say, you only get one shot. We take third party here. Some places do, some places don't. That's not really the issue. But another problem, though, is if you're in an accident and you get hauled to the ER, some ERs are really good about over-diagnosing. Okay, they'll order CTs, MRIs, all kinds of tests, because they know that car accidents that they're going to get full refund or full return on their investment of what their exam costs without any negotiation. So you could have $10,000 in PIP, and if you end up in an ER, they can go through that really quickly. Okay, and the problem with that is a lot of times it's not even necessary. It doesn't show whether you were injured. The tests they do don't show you whether you were injured. But they've used up all your medical benefits at that point. And your health benefits are not designed to cover you for accidents. That's why we have PIP. In the state of Washington, you have to sign a waiver to get rid of it. Okay? So whether you're in the car as the driver, if you're an occupant and they have PIP, you are covered. If you're in someone else's car and you have PIP on your own policy, you're covered. There's all different ways to get covered if you're involved in an accident. Okay? However, one thing you need to know is that you only have a certain amount of time to use that. They say it's up to 3 years, but that's not going to happen. You're not going to. No insurance company is going to let you use it over 3 years. Okay? Now, I have an advanced certification from San Diego Spine Research Institute, okay, and that's in whiplash and traumatology and brain injury. And that certification, or advanced certification, through that I've learned the different types of injuries that can happen and the different results, okay. And one thing, if you go to a physician and they don't specialize and they don't know exactly what to run or to do, you actually may not get the true answers, okay? If you're having neck pain, ibuprofen or Oxycontin, those are only going to cover up the symptoms. Soft tissue injuries happen, like I said, between 4 and 12 miles an hour, and they can have significant effect on your overall structure way into the future, okay? So we want to make sure that you don't end up in trouble later on. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that you get in to see an expert, all right? And with that, then you're going to get the correct treatment, because it doesn't solve itself in a short period of time. Ligaments take quite a while to heal, all right? All kinds of research to back that up. There's the Quebec task force that have guidelines on how people get treated. There's also the Croft guidelines. There's a variety of different ways in which doctors address treatment. Some of them just say that they're using those, they don't even know what they really are. So make sure that your doctor knows exactly what's going on. Now, if you have things that need to be treated by a medical doctor, they can work hand in hand with a chiropractor, okay? But chiropractic is probably the best treatment for any whiplash injury because of the soft tissue, the skeletal structure, all the different things involved in the accident, all right? So, when you're involved in an accident, you need to get treated, and you need to do it as soon as possible. Don't delay. The longer you delay, the more scar tissue forms, the more difficult the treatment gets, the worse your outcome possibly could be in the long run. One of the scary things about accidents is 50% people with whiplash will have some residual problems up to a year later, okay? And some people, it continues on for years. That's one of the bad results of whiplash. Now, if you have any questions, you can call us at Back in Motion Chiropractic, or you can go on our website, backinmotionchiropractic.com, and we have information there about whiplash, about treatment, and just take a look at that, and that'll give you more than enough to start out, to make an appointment, to get in. Let's take a look, let's see what really happened, and let's take care of you. Let's make sure that you, in the long run, are able to enjoy your life the way you're supposed to. Thank you for watching this.